Beyond his supporters, behind the fence of the Walter Reed Medical Centre, the president's condition was in question. After a day of contradictions yesterday, he tweeted a medical bulletin himself last night on the therapeutic miracles of his treatment.
If you look at the therapeutics, which I'm taking right now, some of them, and others are coming out soon that are looking like, frankly, they're miracles. If you want to know the truth, they're miracles. People criticize me when I say that, but we have things happening that look like they're miracles coming down from God.
Donald Trump seemed, like he said, to be feeling good, but questions do persist about a day when his doctors first contradicted, then agreed with the White House on the assessment of the president's condition and the timing of his diagnosis. The medical team gave a timeline that suggested his hospital airlift had come 72 hours after he was found to be infected and 48 hours after he'd been given treatment. But yesterday, that story and its precise timings changed. The White House has since given a clarification of what the doctors had to say. It speaks not of 72 hours since diagnosis, but of 3 days. Not of 48 hours since treatment, but of 2 days. It presents a timing less precise than that given by the medical team and provides room for manoeuvre within the timeline. Following the White House statement, the president's doctor issued one of his own, correcting himself. He spoke of day 3 and day 2 in line with the White House version. What he'd said first could have meant the president was in full and active campaign mode whilst knowingly infected. This was him in Minnesota on Wednesday evening. The next day he was at events in New Jersey. The contact tracing effort around the president reads like a who's who of the Washington establishment. Who's positive and who's not. Last weekend he announced his Supreme Court nominee, Amy Coney Barrett, in a White House ceremony. At least 7 attendees here have since tested positive. The Rose Garden event has the air now of a social gathering come super spreader. This weekend saw a rally of Trump supporters in the centre of the US Capitol. The plight of the president, it seemed, hadn't changed minds on COVID precautions.
The reason I don't wear a mask is I think it's my personal responsibility to keep myself with a good immunity.
There is no scientific hardcore evidence that says that those little molecules aren't getting through your mask.
While the president remains in hospital, his Democratic opponents have pulled negative advertising for the time being. Otherwise, full campaigning for them continues. Not for Donald Trump. For him, for now, there's more to life than politics. James Matthews, Sky News, Washington.